Hello, fellow creatives. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. So I'm not going to waste any of my time today, and instead, let's just get right to work on a watchtower, which is going to be placed on this platform over here. And this is for, of course, our Treehouse Village. And guess what? You console users will be very happy to know that we will not be using any mods at all. So that's right, no mods, all vanilla pieces. And despite the name, this is a PvE build. I don't do PvE stuff because I don't know how to PvP. So just assume that this is for passive defense against like non-dragony sorts of things because, well, the last thing you want is to aggro a dragon on a village made out of wood, right? So yeah, that would be a problem. So we're going to go ahead and start on the floor. So basically what you're going to want to do is kind of start like this and go around the perimeter, which I will show you in just a second. Here we go. Okay, great. So here's the layout that we're going to do. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, and then you kind of come out 1 and then back. And this is going to be a turret tower. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side, and then come out over here. 1, 2, 3 on this side, come in 1, and then go 1, 2, 3 more, and then 1, 2, right back to the beginning. Okay, so you guys kind of get the layout of that. That's how it's gonna roll. All right. So at this point, we need to go ahead and put a ceiling on top. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, the ceiling is now covered, but you're going to want a hatch frame right here in the middle of this 9x9, hatch frame in the corner, and a hatch frame here. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to build these up. These are going to be little turrets. So we're going to put, gonna try to place them correctly. You want the interiors to be placed the right way. There we go on that one. And then same on this one. So basically the way you do it really easily is you just kind of circle around the outside of it and you place as you go. And then of course, this one of course is going to need a turret. It's not going to be a turret, but it's going to be a passageway. So we're going to want that like that. And actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of the hatch frame. There you go. So that way it'll be a little different. And then we'll put a hatch frame on top of that. And then we'll build these up another level above this one, like so. Okay, great. And then we put hatch frames up here. So hatch frame and a hatch frame. So these are going to be our basic turrets. This is going to be our floor level up here. But really quick, before we can do much, we actually need to go inside. I neglected to build a doorway. So I'm going to put a doorway right there. Okay, there we go. We need to hide this mess, right? Because it's like lots of leaves and stuff, and I don't like seeing that. So here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to build it as if this was the exterior wall, so that we get a nice interior on this side. So once this is placed, I can now press my Q key, and eventually it'll place correctly. There we go. So now we have a nice interior that doesn't have a lot of leaves sticking through, which is perfect. Okay, so now that we have all this kind of settled in and we have this done, we need to build up this. So to build this up, we need to put a wall right here. So we're going to build one wall up right there. And then we are going to go ahead and put ceilings right here, and right there. And then, let's see. What else do I need? I'm going to put 3 ceilings like that, and then we're going to put another turret right here on this side, except this time we're not going to have a ladder going up. This is just going to be accessible from the roof only. Okay, so if that makes sense. So now we have this kind of weird mess, and we need to kind of fix that. So here's an easy way that I figured that we could fix that. So I need to place stone ceilings down here along this front. This is going to be kind of our veranda for this for the front, and I'm just going to bring them out twice. So it does this. If you don't have a tree platform here, you may need to bring pillars. In which case, let's go ahead and add the supports now. Let's put a pillar right there, a pillar right here in the center, and then a pillar right here on the end so that it kind of skips. So it does one, skip, one, and then empty. Okay, there you go. Very nice. So now we have this, and what we can do is we can put this, well, ideally, it's being a pain in the butt. Ah, yes. Okay, so over here on the other end, we just place one of these sloped wood wall lefts, and now we can put our stone roofs on. So these roofs are going to be a little special. Notice how that's kind of a coppery tin, and that's thatch. This is more of a defensive building, so I'm using stone for the roof tiling as kind of a defensive mechanism to protect this just a little bit more than the standard wood. Of course, we put some wood here, and of course we kind of surround it on this side as well. So we should be able to put wood there. Yes, we can. And then here, we're going to put a sloped wood wall right. And then we're going to put a sloped wood walls here. And then, well, actually, I think what we need to do first is put a sloped wood wall left right there. And then put a sloped stone roof there. And then we can attach that to that. Okay, very nice. And then we can seal this off with a sloped wood wall left. So now it's time to build the actual tower, and it is now the next day because last night as I was building the tower, this happened. So yeah, it didn't turn out well for me. So I'm starting over at this point, and we're going to continue onward. So one of the things we need to do when we build the tower or get started to build the tower is we need to put in some defenses. So I've got this ballista here, and all I want to do, and I hate that they put it on the corner here, because you kind of have to guess how this is going to look, but there we go. Maybe that's square. It's square enough. Just put a ballista right there, and then we can load it with like ballista bolts. I've got a million of them. There we go. And there you go. So now we can continue onwards. So we've got that up, and now we need to add. Let's see. Let's start with the door frames. Okay, so I've got these door frames, and actually, do I have? Yeah, let's do this. Let's put the door frames here, and I'm gonna put them. We're gonna surround this place. Okay, so all four of these sides right here are gonna be door frames, and we're gonna go up 7 high on at least one side, and then 5 high on the other. Actually, I think we only need 5, but maybe we need 7. I'll tell you when I come back. Okay. Okay. Yes, you only need 7 on one side and then 5 on all the other 3. I wasn't sure how high I wanted to make this. If you want to go higher, I would definitely err on the side of being higher, because if you don't like the height, it's easier to tear down stuff than to build up. At least if you're in a creative mode. Maybe if you were in survival mode, you might feel differently. But I've got a topper to put on this, so I would at least maybe build high instead of build low. Err on the side of high. Okay, so we got this up, and now we need to kind of get a walkway going here. And there's one good way to do it. Do I have my pillars here? I have them right on F5. Okay, so notice how these pillars kind of do this kind of weird thing. We don't want that. Okay, and what we're going to want instead is a thatch roof and a wood wall. There we go. So I'm going to put a wood wall right here, and we're going to put a thatch roof right here. Actually, I'm going to put a thatch roof right here off the side, so that when we put a pillar, now we have a nice sized pillar from which to anchor this in. Okay, and we're going to get rid of this in a minute. We can't get rid of it now because it's the only thing holding these pillars up. So I'm bringing these pillars down through the floor, and now we're going to go down through the ceiling here. I'll get rid of this so I can find the pillar. There we are. And I'm going to place another pillar right here. We're going to keep going all the way down through the floor. All right, so we got that. Now, oh, I still haven't fixed that. Now we need to come down here, and I'm going to build a wall down to here and down to here. I'm going to put the same thing right there. I'm going to anchor it to that. So this is going to stay this way. I'm going to replace it with a wood ceiling, actually. You don't have to actually put the thatch there. You can just use the wood ceiling. And then I think what this is going to do is allow the wood pillars to anchor to this object. Okay, so this is going to stay this way for the near term. What you might want to do, might be easier, is to bring pillars all the way down to the ground. But I'm just going to leave it like this because it's nobody can really see it unless they go under here because of all these trees. So no one's going to notice it. I'm just going to leave it, save a little time. And then this is going to let me remove that. And yeah, okay, great. So the pillars are now staying. So here's where you're going to put these pillars. You're going to extend them over to here, and this is going to go up all the way up to the top. Same thing for this right here, and you can do it right there and as well as in this corner. And then we're going to also do the same thing right there and right there. Okay, great. So I've got all the pillars all the way up here, which is pretty cool. I also brought these two down into the trees just to kind of make this not look like the pillars are just kind of ending right here. All right, so we got all that. And now what I want to do is, let's see, do I have my, yeah, I have these. So I'm going to put these right here on this side. And then what I want to do as well is, where's my four key? I'm going to put these temporary wood ceilings right here. And what this is going to do is let me place a wood pillar right here. I'm going to pull down so it turns blue, and then I could place it into this door frame, because the door frame is snapped to this object and the pillar is snapped to this object. If you get rid of this object, the pillar is, I'm sorry, not the pillar, the railing is going to stay. So it's kind of a neat little idea, and I'm going to use it to build up let's see. I'm going to use it to build up. Where's my railings? These railings. These railings, I'm going to put all the way up on all four sides, all the way to the top. Okay? So I'm going to go do that in a minute, but I also want to show you what I'm going to do next here. So next here, I've got this wood thing here. We can get rid of that. We don't need it. But we've got a ceiling here, and I want to put a ceiling right there. All right, so when I put the ceiling right there, I'm going to want to walk under and just make sure that I can do that without getting tripped up. If I have to crouch to walk under here, I've placed it too low, and there's something messing up with the snap points on either the wood ceilings or the pillars, or it's snapping to the wrong place. So you just want to check that out so you don't have to look under each time. But I'm going to put, I think, where's my, there we go. I'm going to put that right there. And then the other side is going to put this right here. And then on the back side, let's put a wall here and a wall here. And this will, of course, let me place roofs. So we have a covered walkway, basically, is what I'm going for. So I've got that, and I've got that. Okay, now let me go ahead and add these to all four sides. For this side, however, we're going to start with, let's see. Where can I start on this? Probably, okay, I'm going to start right there. Okay, so I put one right there, and then I put one down below, and then I'm just going to kind of go up to the top. Oh, and if you do that, don't destroy this, because it'll destroy everything up there. Instead, go ahead and replace the door frame, and then try again. And I just did it again. But you get the idea. Yay! Okay, so I've got everything all the way up to here. Now that we have these pillars placed as well, I can get rid of these door frames. They were just really placer objects for me to know how high to go on the pillars. So I've got them up that high. And then what I want to do, and I'm gonna go over here and place this, because the last time I did this, the trapdoor that I placed, which I am going to do right now so I don't forget. There's a trapdoor. It placed going the wrong way. So if I push this, yes, it opens that way. The last time it was opening this way, it wasn't working very well for me, because frankly, that's where I want to put the ladder. So I'm going to put a ladder here, and then we're going to have it go all the way down, but I'm going to do that in a minute because what I want to do right now is come back and grab these, and I'm going to bring them down and attach them to the hatch frame. So this is a stone railing, and this is just to kind of continue the aesthetic that we have created with the roof down there. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got a stone railing. This is a great place to look out from. It's wonderful, but it gets a little hot up here with the sun and everything, and a little rainy too. I mean, it rains a lot in ARK. So let's build a roof. So I've got a roof right here. Got a nice little roof. This, okay, not amazing. It's kind of like square and gross. So back to the thatch again. And I'm just going to put a door frame here. It can be any wall, really, but that lets me put this offset. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to replace that with wood ceiling right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring wood out like this on all four corners. All right, so now it is no longer... Oops. Okay, how did I do that the last time? I swear everything stayed, but now it didn't. Aha! So I have figured out why that was happening. So turns out you don't want to get rid of this just yet because the pillars are not what's holding this whole thing up. It's something else we're going to add. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to put these around the edge like so. 2 should do it to test this. These are what actually is going to hold this up. So if I get rid of this, everything now stays. If I get rid of these 2 things, the whole diamond-shaped edifice goes. Now, I did this in a cross-shaped pattern because I kind of like the look under here with the cross-hatching of the support beams. It's pretty cool. But once you get these all put into place, let's do that really fast. Oh, I don't know. Where? Okay, where am I? My finger is not going far enough. Once you do these on all 4 sides, you're going to want to put in these right here. And really you only need just one, but I like aesthetics, so I'm going to do all 4. But once you do that, you can just put one of these right here. And then we can put roofs right here on these corners. All right, and that's what it looks like when you are finished. And it, if you really want to make this defensible in PvP, and I don't know why you would, there's some nice little spots here for miniguns to be put on all 4 sides right here. It's a nice, useful little feature if you want to adapt this to your design. So yeah, we've got that pretty much done. Let's go inside, shall we? Actually, we need to work on the outside a little bit still. So I'm going to surround these, of course, with these railings. And of course, we're going to do that with all 4 of these, both of these turrets on here. So we're going to do that. And then, of course, you want to do a little extra. Let's put railings right there, and let's go over here, and let's put them on the ends here as well. And we're just going to kind of decorate around. So we're going to do that. I had a blue thing here. There we go. Put that right there. One right there. Oh, yeah, these need railings too, this side. And down here right in front, let's just complete the ensemble and put railings right across here. These are just decorative, but they kind of make the place just kind of a little more military-esque because they look like crenellations. All right, very cool, very cool. Let's go inside. All right, and now we are inside a fully furnished watchtower. Take a look at this. I've already painted it up and everything. We've got mud on the dark wood beams here, and we've got tangerine on the windows, and a brick goes great with tangerine. I'm actually surprised. And some brown for the ladders and some of the furniture. I left these kind of standard because they blend in with these walls a little bit. I left the walls kind of normal too. But this is kind of how I went about it, and it looks pretty darn good. Inside, we have the commander's office, a double bench for people he wants to talk to, his chair, war map, and pretty kind of simple interior, but it looks pretty good for vanilla, I think, especially with the colors. Let's go ahead, head on up to a watchtower just so you can kind of see what I did. Up here on the outside, we have forest green roofs and walls and tangerine railings. Jump over there. There we go. Ooh, I just mainly jumped. Ooh, I didn't paint that one, but everything else is pretty much painted. The pillars are mud. This stuff is brown, and the watchtower. Let's take a look at the watchtower. The watchtower has tangerine highlights with forest green highlights as well. And you can walk around up here. It looks pretty cool. It's nice and shaded, which is perfect. Let's take a look here and see what we got. All right, so this is the watchtower. Looks pretty awesome, right? Well, if you enjoyed this vid, you're in luck because it's part of a whole channel full of ARK building videos. I didn't used to think I was very creative until I tried, so I'm making my videos to help you be creative too. So please go ahead and subscribe and then become a little more creative by clicking on one of the 2 videos on your screen. I will see you next time, and in the meantime, go make something awesome. Bye.